This is a founder's vlog all about dealing with uncertainty. I'm Natalie Lucier, founder of Access Ally, one of the most powerful WordPress-based plugins for online course creation, membership sites, and also communities. So I am super excited today about this topic because honestly, it's a topic that is near and dear to my heart, especially right now. So we know that the pandemic has brought so much uncertainty to us as entrepreneurs. And what we're dealing with right now is no end in sight. So I just got an email this morning from my daughter's school telling us that, hey, we may or may not go back to school in person after the holidays. And maybe you're not watching this video before the holidays, but the most important thing to note here is that that brought up so much anxiety and uncertainty for me because I don't know what we're going to do if my kids stay home. We dealt with that last year where our kids were home for about 3 months, and it was really hard because my husband and I both work in our business here at Access Ally, and we both have calls to take, we have work to do, and especially focused work, and it is really hard to grow a business when you're also trying to full-time take care of young children. So my daughter is currently 5 and I have a 2.5-year-old son as well. So it is a lot to juggle. Plus, not to mention that we also live on a small farm. So we have sheep, chickens, duck, geese, and horses all on our property too. So it is really, really challenging to try to do everything as an entrepreneur. And I really think that as humans, we are super resilient. We can pull ourselves up by our bootstraps and band together for a short period of time. If we know something's coming, we can prepare for it, make a plan, and hit the ground running. But when it comes to this uncertain space that we've been living in for the past few years, where we don't know if things are going to close, we don't know if there's going to be a lockdown or a shutdown, there's so many things that are constantly in the back of our minds as business owners and as people working in this online economy, in this online space. And that can really wreak havoc on your productivity, your mental space, your ability to sleep, and to generate an income, to be quite honest. And so this is why I wanted to talk about this today. I feel like we are under so much pressure to essentially continue life as normal, but we're not in normal times. And we keep hoping for the new normal to happen, but I don't think it's coming. And I think that is what is burning everyone out. So I did an informal survey to some of my entrepreneurial colleagues, and we all feel so tired. And it's like there is no end in sight. So I have a couple of ideas, but one of the main things I want to share is that you are not alone if you're feeling this way. I'm feeling this way. A lot of people on my team are feeling this way. A lot of people in our community are feeling this way. So definitely do not feel like it's just you and how you're not coping well. It is definitely in the air, in the water, and obviously everywhere on this planet. So I think the main issue as entrepreneurs and as people who represent a business online is that we're sort of expected to have everything together all the time, to know exactly what we're doing, to have a plan, to have a solution. And that's actually what is really burning us out is we need downtime. We need the self-care. We need to just be vulnerable and share that, hey, things are not okay. We are pulled to the limit and it's really, really tough right now. So I really want to give you the permission to go out there and tell your community that you're either hanging on by a thread or you need to slow down or there is something that is going to give. And that's really what I'm doing right now with this video is in case schools do shut down and I'm home with my children who I absolutely love, but who will make it much harder for me to do my work here. It is so important for us to be transparent and to tell people, hey, there is some stuff that you might not see when you're looking at our website or you're looking at our courses or our offerings, but behind the scenes, there's a lot happening. And so definitely take the permission, do it, let people know. And I really feel like it improves the relationship that you have with your community. Because at the end of the day, being put on a pedestal just means you're going to be knocked down. And that's one of the things I've spoken about before is that as humans, we all like that rags to riches story of someone starting off here and then growing and being successful and then going up on that pedestal where we kind of look up to this person. They're amazing and they can do no wrong. And then on the flip side, we also love the tear down. So we love when they fall off or get knocked off that pedestal, and we like to call them out for some of the things that we didn't like that they did or we didn't like that they represented. And I think that it's a very human thing to enjoy both the ups and the downs of that. But you as a business owner do not need to be on a pedestal to have a successful business. So it's okay to be vulnerable, to share what's going on with you in your business journey with your audience, and to bring them along behind the scenes to what's truly happening. So be gentle with yourself. It is something that I have a really hard time with because I'm such an ambitious, go-getting person, and I have all these goals and dreams and things that I want to do. And it's really hard for me to slow down and to be gentle, and also to not compare where I am today to where I wish I was or I wish my business was, but rather look back to where I have been and where we were maybe a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years ago, and the progress that we've made so far. So if you keep sort of beating yourself up that you're not further along or that you haven't scaled to the level that you want yet, just look back at how far you've come right now, because especially with what's going on in the world, that is an achievement. That is incredible and should be celebrated. So I want you to look back instead of look forward and just truly appreciate everything that you've done, whether it's for yourself, your family, your community, your business. All of those things matter, and they don't need to be super big or super flashy to have made a big difference for other people's lives. And with that, you don't need to keep pushing and keep creating and keep doing. If you have something that works, you can repeat it. You can rinse and repeat. You can run the same marketing, you can teach the same course. And in the same way, you don't need to throw out everything that has worked for you before and start over fresh. I see this a lot for entrepreneurs where they think, okay, I need to start fresh this year. I'm launching the same course I've launched before, and I need all new marketing, and I'm going to set myself up for doing so much work in the hopes that, it will get me an outsized result. But if you are feeling burnt out and you are feeling tired, like I know many of us are, just rinse and repeat what you know is already working. So you don't need to have way fancier videos or way fancier website design, whatever it is you think you need to do to up the game. Just take what you have that works. You can polish it a little bit. You can, add a bell or a whistle here and there, but you don't need to completely throw it out with the baby in the bathwater. Just use what works, rerun those campaigns or those launches that have done well for you before, and don't make things harder than they need to be. Now, if you have a team like we do, the other thing that can be really difficult is to, keep motivating and having that vision for your team. And I think that can be very difficult if you yourself as a founder is feeling a little bit burnt out like I am right now. And so I think it's really important, again, to be transparent with your team and to let them know, this is where we're going, this is why it matters, this is why we're doing the work that we're doing, so that they feel energized, and also that they know they can also take time off or do what they need to do to truly take care of their own health, well-being, sanity, and families as well. So this is my wish for you in the new year, that everything will continue to improve from here on out, that you appreciate how far you've already come, and that you are more gentle with yourself, and that you take some time, if you need it, to revamp slowly, as opposed to trying to hit the ground running and do a ton of amazing things and burn yourself out at the start of the year. So I hope this Founders Vlog lands for you. Make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel if you haven't yet, because I've got more of these vlogs coming at you on a regular basis, as well as some amazing interviews with other founders, creatives, course creators, membership site creators, and these are from my Seamless Scaling series. So definitely make sure you're subscribed here on YouTube, because these are incredible interviews with some of the people who are the best at what they do. Now, if this video resonated for you, make sure you watch the other video that I have on here called Entrepreneurship versus Capitalism, because it speaks a lot about some of the issues I'm seeing as business owners operating in this capitalist system and how we can do better. So go ahead and click that one now. So I'm Natalie Lucier, and I will catch you in the next video.